Today we are going to talk about simplification of this type, and before we start it, we are going to talk about a simple law that if we are having a square minus b square over a square, while in the numerator I am having a negative sign between the terms, I am not supposed to cancel a square by a square. This is absolutely wrong. What is the right way of cancellation? You're going to take a square common from the numerator if you're having a question like this, and if you're going to take a square common, you're going to have a square times 1 minus b, and in the denominator you are having a square. My dear, you can cancel the two things if and only if the sign between them is multiplication or they are divided by each other. Let me give you another simple example. If I am having 1 by 2 times 2 by 3, the sign between them is multiplication. You can cancel 2 by 2 and 1 by 3 is the final answer. But if you are having 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3, then this positive means you cannot cancel this 2 by this 2. Then what is the way to solve it? You are going to take the LCM. LCM of 2 and 3 will be 6. So you are going to have 3 here, 4 here, so 7 by 6 is your answer. Let's start our questions. If I am having a square plus 2ac and in the denominator I am having 4a, I can see that the numerator is having a common. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write a common, and definitely I'll be having a to the power 1 here and 2c there divided by 4a. So now a can be cancelled by a and I'll be left with a plus 2c over 4. That is my final answer because I cannot take anything common or do anything else. If I'm having xy plus 3y over 4x plus 12, from the numerator I can see y is common. So I'm going to write y common. I'm going to left with x plus 3 divided by 4x plus 12. I can take 4 common because 4 and 12 are the multiples of 4. So I'll be left with x plus 4 3s are 12. You can see the whole bracket is common. Sign between them is multiplication. Sign between them is multiplication, and they are divided by each other. X plus 3 will be cancelled by x plus 3. Y by 4 is my answer. If I am having dE over d square minus dE, I am going to leave dE as well because they are already multiplied to each other. From the denominator, I am going to take d common, and what I'll be left with d minus e. So this d will be cancelled by this, and e over d minus e, my answer. From here you can see that 2 can be taken because 2 and 4 are the multiples of 2, and c can be common, so I'll be left with 1 here. Common mistake students do, they write 0 there. No. When you are going to multiply 2c by 1 only, then you are going to have 2c. That's why you are going to take 1 here and 2 times 2 and d. Alright, 6cd. So 2 1s are and 2 3s are, c is totally cancelled. So 1 minus 2d in the numerator and 3d in the denominator is my answer. Here I can see that 3 is common. So I'll be left with 2e minus f, and in the denominator I'm taking 2 common, so 2e minus f, and you can see this will be cancelled out, and 3 by 2 is my final answer. Now, there is an interesting question. I am having 3c plus 4d in the numerator, and I am having 6c plus 8d in the denominator. My dear, if you focus, you can see that 6c plus 8d can be written as 3c plus 4d. How? If I am going to take 2 common from these two, as 6 and 8 are the multiples of 2, I can have 3c and 4d here. What is the way to do it? Because I am having whole square here in the denominator. Easiest way is you just take a bigger bracket, write square on top of it, And from this bracket you take 2 common and you will be left with 3c plus 4d inside the bracket. Take a bigger bracket, leave the whole thingy inside the bracket, take something common and use a smaller bracket to represent the rest of the values. Now this whole square means you are having two values multiplied to each other. 2 multiplied by this factor, whole square means you are going to take square of both terms. 2 square and 3c plus 4d whole square. Now, how many 3c plus 4d are there? One factor. How many are there in the denominator? There are 2. So, if I am going to cancel them, actually the whole factor will be cancelled by one of the factor. So, because I am having 2 of them here. So, 3c plus 4d is no more. So, 2 square is 4 and 3c plus 4d to the power 1 is my final answer. If you are unable to understand it, let me explain you that when I was having 3c plus 4d, one factor in the numerator, and 2 square 3c plus 4d whole square in the denominator. So actually I was having 3c plus 4d over 4 times 3c plus 4d times 3 plus 4d. Remember, I have told you earlier that if I am having anything to the power 2, that means that value will be multiplied by itself twice. So 3c plus 4d whole square means 3c plus 4d, 3c plus 4d. So one of them will be cancelled out. So you will be left with one of these. So what are you left in the numerator? You are left with 1 over 4 times 3c plus 4d. Now, similar questions. If I am going to have c square plus c over cd plus d, what I am going to do? I am going to take c common. So, I will be left with c plus 1 here, and from the denominator I am going to take d common and I will be left with c plus 1. So, the factor is cancelled, c over d is my answer. In this example, I am going to take 3 common because 3 and 6 are the multiples of 3. So, I will be left with a plus 2b. But from the denominator, I can see that c is common and 4 and 8 are the multiples of 4. So, I am going to take 4c common. I will be left with 8 plus 2b here. So, the whole factor is cancelled. 3 over 4c is my answer. A minus c whole square and a square minus ac. Now, in these questions, you can see a minus c whole square means a minus c times a minus c. And the denominator, I am going to take a common and I will be left with a minus c. So, one of the factor will be cancelled out and you will be left with a minus c over a. Similar question, you are going to take 4 common, you will be left with 2a plus b over c is common. You can see that c is b plus 2a. Now see, this is 2a plus b and this is again 2a plus b. Yes, it's written fast and it's written afterwards. This is a safe factor otherwise. So cancelled out, 4 over c is my answer. Now 2xy plus y square, I can see that I can take 2 common and I can take y common. Why? Because this is y to the power 1 and this is y to the power 2. I am going to take single y common. So 2y is common, x plus, now I have taken 1y common. So that was y square. I am left with single y over, I am going to take x common, x plus 2y, and this is cancelled out. I am left with this. M square over m square minus mp is, I cannot do anything to numerator, but I can take m common and I will be left with m minus p. Now, how many m's are there? Let me write it this way. M square can be written as m into m. So, single m will be cancelled out and you will be left with m over m minus p. Do not forget that you cannot cancel m by m because now you are having a negative sign between the two terms in one of the fraction. That is, the denominator having negative sign cannot be cancelled by m. Excuse me. A plus b over a square minus b square will be, a plus b cannot be solved further, but a square minus b square, remember this is the third identity here, so I can write a plus b, a minus b there. So a plus b will be cancelled out, I'll be left with a minus b. Similar problem here, x square minus y square can be written as x plus y, x minus y, and x minus y whole square means x minus y times x minus y. So one of them will be cancelled out. X plus y over x minus y is my final answer. Now, we can apply the same strategy because I am having 2c minus 2d whole square over 3c minus 3d whole square. You can take 2 common and you will be having c minus d here. You can take 3 common and you can have c minus d here. So what are you going to take? You're going to take a bigger bracket there and there. You're going to take 2 common, c minus d is left. You're going to take 3 common, c minus d is left. So 2 square and c minus d whole square over 3 square and c minus d whole square. This will be cancelled out. 4 over 9 is your answer. In this type, p square minus p minus 6 over p minus 3, numerator is having 3 terms and no identity can be applied on it. But we have learnt about midterm breaking, so I can apply midterm breaking here. S is minus 1, P is minus 6. So the factors will be minus 3P plus 2P minus 6 over P minus 3. So I'll be taking P common, P minus 3 plus 2 common, P minus 3 over P minus 3. So P minus 3 common, P plus 2 over P minus 3 will be cancelled out. P plus 2 is the final answer. That's it for today.